see the title, right? Eating meat is idol worship, and I'm gonna show you in scripture because I know a lot of Israelites out here saying, man, that don't matter. We got a Leviticus 11, we got a dietary law for a reason. But I'm gonna show you that dietary law came from the hardness of man heart, especially Israelite heart, because they lusted out of the flesh. But we're gonna go over this in scripture, and like y'all like to do, we're gonna bring it out. So the whole time, this gonna be a part one because I already know these gonna keep going. It's so many scriptures that saying the same thing, but y'all ain't slowed down and read it yet. Y'all ain't paid attention yet. So look, I know a lot of y'all gonna be like, what about our forefathers that did eat flesh? We gonna show you. We're gonna show you exactly what was going on in order for them to do that, because you can't do the same thing they did. All right, so check this out. Let's go to Acts 15 real quick. Let's see here, man. Acts chapter 15. Now we're gonna see about what James said. You know what I'm saying? Now James was the leader of the apostles after Yeshua died. So he was teaching the same thing that Yeshua taught. Matter of fact, that was his brother. The same thing that they knew in their household from a certain community of people who dedicated themselves to the Most High. And they did these same things that he finna show you. Now, when Paul finally came around to the disciples, him and Barnabas got sent on a mission by the disciples to go teach the Gentiles. Now, the Gentiles were conflicted about the fact that they had to be circumcised. So James gave a decree to Paul to give to the Gentiles, and we're going to read it. Let's start this off in verse 19. So Acts 15 and 19. James said to Paul and Barnabas, wherefore my sentence is that we trouble not them which from among the Gentiles are turned to Elohim. So look, he don't want to trouble the Gentiles about the circumcision part, but he did say this, verse 20, but that we write unto them that they abstain from pollutions of idols, and from fornication, from things strangled, and from blood. Now, when you look at them four things, what do that mean to you? Pollutions of idols, fornication, things strangled, and from blood. That sounds like to me. We're going to go over. Watch this. If you want to know what pollutions of idols is, we're going to go down a couple verses. When James himself, I believe he wrote an actual letter to the Gentiles, reiterating and saying the same thing. So let's go to Acts 15. We're going to start this thing off in verse 28. Acts 15 to 28. For it seemed good to the Ruach HaKodesh to us to lay upon you no greater burden than these necessary things. Verse 29. This the sauce right here. That ye abstain from meats offered to idols. That's what that pollutions of idols is, right? But we're going to go over that matter. We're going to go ahead and go into depth about that. And I'm going to show you something. They're going to blow your mind whole time if you ain't never saw it before. It say that you abstain from meats offered to idols. And from blood. You know you don't supposed to be eating blood, right? And from things strangled, and from fornication, right? Y'all got that for which if ye keep yourselves, ye shall do well, for fare ye well. So he's telling you stay away from these four things that he just named, that you will be able to do well. You'll keep yourself, meaning you'll prolong your life, you'll preserve your life, right? Now, whole time, James ain't came up with this out of nowhere. This ain't no out of nowhere thing where this a new doctrine and nothing. No, he got this from out the law. This the same thing Yeshua taught. You know what I'm saying? Yeshua was in conflict with the Levitical priesthood with these certain people, the lying scribes and all this and that, man. So what y'all gonna start to realize is when Yeshua came, he really set things in motion for real. And some of the things that you be reading, that you think you reading, it don't mean what you think it means. It's way deeper than that. So we're gonna go to the law and see what James was getting it from. Now, we're going to Leviticus 17. We're going straight to the law so I can show you how, as you eating this meat, you're in commune with the devil. You doing idol worship. You, man, hold on. Let's go to it. I'm sorry to you. Because y'all don't believe now. We can start it from the top of Leviticus 17. Now watch this. And Yahuwah spake unto Shemaiah, saying, speaking to Aaron and to his sons and to all the children of Yasharel, and saying to them, this is the thing that which Yahuwah hath commanded, saying, verse 3, this is sauce. What man soever there be of the house of Yasharel that kill an ox or a lamb or a goat in the camp, that he kill it out of the camp. So if you kill an ox, lamb, or goat, if you kill any animal, whether you kill it in the camp or out of the camp, it's a certain thing that you got to do. You got credentials, stipulations, and the whole process that they're going to have to go through. They go to verse 4 so we can see the sauce of what you're supposed to do with that animal. So if you do it and you don't, Verse 4, and bring it not unto the door of the tabernacle of the congregation to offer an offering unto Yahuwah before the tabernacle of Yahuwah. So get what? You're supposed to bring the animal to the door and offer the offering to Yahuwah. It say if you don't do this, blood shall be imputed into that man. He shall have shed blood, and that man shall be cut off among his people. Y'all know what cut off mean, right? From among the people. All right. So check this out. It say he have shed blood. So the same rules, I'm going to show you this also in another section of the Torah. I'm going to show you that the same rules that apply to you killing a man for no reason, them same rules apply to you killing an animal for no reason. So what will be a situation where you're killing an animal for no reason? When you're not offering it, you're not going through the process, right? You're just killing it because you want to eat it for your lustful desire. Matter of fact, they're going to get way deeper than what it is, so we're going to throw them down. Verse 5. To the end that the children of Yasharel may bring their sacrifices, which they offer in the open field, even that they may bring them unto Yahuwah, unto the door of the tabernacle of the congregation, unto the priest, and offer them for a peace offering unto Yahuwah. So guess what? If you're going to be killing them animals, it got to be a peace offering. You got to have priests. Now, you tell me in 2022, where's your Levitical priesthood? Where's your tabernacle to even bring it to the door at? Right? All right? But y'all eating that meat, right? Let's go. Verse 6. And the priest shall sprinkle blood upon the altar of Yahuwah at the door of the tabernacle of the congregation. Now, where your priest at, they're going to be sprinkling blood, right? How the blood going to get sprinkled? Who's sprinkling the blood, right? On what altars and how? And y'all don't know how to build an altar, right? But this the process. Watch it. And burn the fat for a sweet savor unto Yahuwah. Let's go to verse 7. And they shall no more offer sacrifices unto devils, right? Check this out. That's the key thing. This is what the whole thing about. The whole title. They shall no more offer their sacrifice unto the devil. So we saw what the situation was. How do you know you offer a sacrifice to the devil? By what we just read in Leviticus 17. If you're not going through this whole process, you ain't got no Levitical priesthood. You don't know how to build no altar. You ain't sprinkling no blood. You ain't burning no fat. Man, hold on. This we're going to get deeper than that, though. Watch this. So right there, first quarter, you offering sacrifice to devils, right? After, we're going to go back to verse 7. And they shall no more offer their sacrifice to the devils, after whom they have gone a whoring. This shall be a statute forever unto them throughout their generation. So it say after who you went a whoring. That remind me of Ezekiel 16. So the Most High gave you certain ways to do things, but you want to do like other nations, you know what I'm saying, and start lusting after flesh. You start killing an animal for no reason just because you want to eat it. When really the only reason you're supposed to be eating it is if it was a sacrifice. You got different types of sacrifice. You got peace offerings. You got sin sacrifice for your sin, atonement. And then you got voluntary, but we're going to go over that too. So check this out. It say, this shall be a statute forever unto them throughout their generation. So this supposed to be still going on. This ain't just end right here in Leviticus. This ain't end when we had this and that. Just like you wearing fringes, it say throughout your generation. This right here supposed to be going on throughout your generation too. Boom. But y'all tell me if you're doing this or not, right? Or if you offering it to devils. Some of y'all going to say, I ain't doing no sacrifices. We get it from the slaughterhouse. That's the exact problem too. And we're going to go over this right here. Verse 8. And thou shalt say unto them, whatsoever man that be of the house of Yasharel, or of the stranger which sojourn among you, that offer burnt offering or sacrifice, this apply to strangers too. Watch it. And bring it not unto the door of the tabernacle of the congregation, to offer it unto Yahuwah, even that man shall be cut off among his people. So even the strangers that with you, the heathens, all this and that, they probably be doing the same thing if they're in your camp and they amongst you. Verse 10. And whatsoever man there be of the house of Yasharel, or of the stranger that sojourn among you, that eat any manner of blood, I will even set my face against that soul that eat blood, and will cut him off from among his people. So y'all know first quarter, you don't supposed to be eating no blood. Now you tell me, when you go to the store and you go get that ground beef, now, you go get that ground beef and in that pack, you got blood in it, don't it? Be truthful. You bring it to the house, you try to make you some burgers. You put that thing on the grill or the skillet, and you go to, ain't that blood coming out that thing? All right, you eating the blood. You ain't drained that blood out. You ain't did no process where you sprinkling that blood on no altar. You eating blood, whether it's cooked, dried, or whatever. You just still ingesting it, right? Man, that's devil worship. I'm going to show you this, though. Y'all read verse 10. Y'all read what it said, right? Stay with me. Leviticus 17:11, right? For the life of the flesh is in the blood, and I have given it to you upon the altar to make an atonement for your souls. For it is the blood that make an atonement for the soul. So you got life in the blood. You turn around and eat that life. Wonder why you got anxiety, why you got depression. Matter of fact, traditionally, we supposed to be sneaking up on animals if you want to kill them, so that you won't ingest the hormones that their adrenal glands produce from their neuroepinephrines. Like then it turns into a neurological problem. But that's just the science side of it. We ain't talking about that right now. We finna talk about scripture. Verse 12. This thing get too deep. This devil worship for you get too deep. Check this out. Verse 12. Therefore I said unto the children of Yasharel, no soul of you shall eat blood, neither shall any stranger that sojourn among you eat blood. And whatsoever man that be of the children of Yasharel, or of the stranger that sojourn among you, which hunt and catch any beast or fowl that may be eaten, he shall even pour the blood out thereof and cover it with dust. So for the ones that are like that got questions about fish, it's the same thing. You know what I'm saying? You got a certain process to it. And some people, they so slow, they think that fish ain't meat for some reason, when it actually is. That's a whole different topic. It's meat, dog. Don't be slow. Listen, come on. We're going to go deep in this thing. Let's go to Leviticus 7. Let me chill out real quick. Left. All right. And this is the law of the sacrifice of peace offerings, which he shall offer unto Yahuwah. Right? So you got a whole law of sacrifice peace offering that you're going to offer to Yahuwah. It say, if he offer it for Thanksgiving, then he shall offer with the sacrifice of Thanksgiving. Hold on, let's skip down. Verse 14, and of it he shall offer one out of the whole oblation for an heap offering unto Yahuwah, and it shall be the priest that sprinkle the blood of the peace offering. Again, going back to them priests, you need priests to sprinkle the blood, right? It say, verse 15, in the flesh of the sacrifice of his peace offerings for Thanksgiving shall be eaten the same day that is offered. Oh, Lord, check this out. He shall not leave it, any of it until the morning. So, then how slow y'all is. Check this out. When you go to the store and you got that meat sitting out there, first of all, it was at the slaughterhouse for a long time, doing what it do till it got to the store. Now it's at the store. It been sitting on that shelf for a little minute before you came to it. But according to Leviticus 7, the law in regards to that, it got an expiration date on it. You supposed to eat it that same day that you killed it, after you did the whole little process. So how many of y'all doing that? When you go and buy that meat out of the store, how many of y'all doing that? How many of you upholding the expiration laws on it? Because it say that for a reason. If y'all keep reading on down, you see more about that. I ain't got time to go through it right now. Because we finna go to, matter of fact, no. Let's go to Leviticus 18. Right up on it. And if any of the flesh of the sacrifice of his peace offering be eaten at all on the third day, it shall not be accepted. Neither shall it be imputed unto him that offer it. It shall be an abomination, and the soul that eat of it shall bear his iniquity. So get what? If you eat meat on the third day, therefore a voluntary offering, you can't go past the third day. If you eat it on the third day, it say, yo, you gonna have to bear your iniquity. You know what that means. You gonna have to carry that. So get what? So outside of the fact that y'all ain't got no priesthood to be doing the whole process, like it say, if you're gonna do peace offering, also you eating it on the wrong time because it got an expiration to it. Also, if you are messianic, if you believe Yahshua came, Yahushua, Hamashiach came, there ain't no way you should be even thinking about putting it in your mouth, because you can't do no sacrifices. Yahshua was a sacrifice, Hamashiach. You know what I'm saying? We got a different type of sacrifice now, so it ain't no reason for you to be out there on no crazy man trying to sacrifice and put that flesh in your mouth. That came from pagan origins. That came from devil worship. And we're going to go over that because, listen, I ain't got time right now. This is just part one. We're going to have so many parts. And I'm going to show you I'm gonna show you in scripture, and with scholarship, looking at other academic sources, at the theologians, at even scientists who agree of the origins of flesh eating. You feel what I'm saying? That was not the original prescribed meal plan that the Most High gave to us. The original is Genesis 1:29, right? And you know this, but you lusted after it, just like the children of Yasharel when we was in the wilderness. What we did, lusted after the flesh pots in Egypt. You're gonna read this in the book of Numbers. You go back, go look at this story. If you don't know about where that in the KJV, go look at this story about how when they ate them quails, because they lusted after their flesh. They weren't satisfied with the manna that the Most High gave them. They wanted the flesh that they ate in Egypt. Get what? He sent them quails through. Them boys died with the quails in their mouth, with the meat in their mouth. They lusting after it. So whole time, listen. Y'all stay tuned for the lit part 2, man. I'm gonna go over the thing. Y'all just say about that. Shalom.